As Vex look to open their account on the T-sided half, plenty of utility invested into, again, smoke, molly, 4 flashbangs as Passionage will pick up the defuse kit for Unique. Retakes can be necessary on Vertigo, especially with the wall of smokes coming out towards the A-bomb site. Vex, though, looking like they're a little more interested in mid initially. And in fact, they're looking at a fast rush up towards the B-bomb site here. Robin going to rotate in through the window and looking for the headshots. Pop flash is good, though, and forces him back. Nades chipping away. There's 2 CT players here, and Russ wants to get aggressive into them. Needs to be careful, though, and he's had his head ripped off. Passionage able to punish the early aggression as now that bomb looks to go down. The smoke and the molly buy enough time for that, but now 4 on 5. Vexed gonna have to hold this bomb site down. Link playing close to the second gen. He's just trying to buy as much time as possible, but Polt is hitting heads today, and the frags are all turning up. Unique 5 on 2 for Adam and Mezzy. Make that just Mezzy. 5 on 1. He's all the way in towards mid here. And that bomb is going to look to get defused any second. Smoke onto it. Mezzy able to get at least 1. But the tap, the immediate refrag comes in. A 4-man retake works out perfectly for Unique. They get themselves that CT-sided pistol. And Vexed, perhaps a little bit too confident coming into that one. You could see the confidence as well. They were going for every peak, just trusting that they were going to win the fights. It doesn't quite pan out, unfortunately. It doesn't quite work out according to the plan, and instead they will be down onto the half by 2 Tech 9s coming out this time over on the T side of things. P250 and a couple of Deagles to back them up as we're going back towards more of a default. Just looking for any kind of opening information down towards the A ramp. Viper, that is a long-ass message, and I will read it when I've got a second, my guy. Then Vicious with the MP9. Zorti there to back him up, trying to take these ranged fights, and that's a 1-tap to the skull from Zorti on the fan. Nice to open things up. Counter dink actually comes in from the tech, but the frags, they're all Uniques. 1 deke to the head from Link is all that Vex will get out of the half by. And Unique will get out of it with just 1 SMG lost. No worries at all. Hey, cheers, Viper. I think I remember chatting to you way back when, man. Thank you for dropping by again. Always appreciated, dude. Full buy will come out from Vexed into round number 3. They will have AK-47s across the board. Plenty of utility picked up by the T side as well. So again, passive in the initial engagements, just trying to wait out some of that CT utility, and they've done a good job of bleeding some of the early offensive HEs away as well. Vex, 3 players down towards the A ramp. T side can be a daunting place on a map like Vertigo. If your strategies aren't absolutely sound, it can get away from you very quickly. And a passive early start from Vex. They just want some kind of early aggression to come through, some kind of an opening pick to be given up by Unique, but there's nothing forthcoming. Molotov to force Robin off of his angle. Deep smoke. Not going to be used to extinguish the Molotov, however, as now they look to explode. That A-ramp control looking to come through. Link brought down low, but he does find the early entry. Trades for the second frag as well. Femvicious only able to find the 1-for-1. Man advantage still there for the CT side. Not the CT side, what am I on about? The T side is Vexed. Try and make their way in towards this A-bomb site. The wall of smokes will be deployed. This is such a common thing now on Vertigo, but it's going to be Robin to actually get one back. Immediate trade again. Vex doing a fantastic job of getting these, but they need to find one more, and it will be Mezzy to do it. A headshot onto Polt opens up the bomb site, and Passionage, requiring the 1v3, is just going to get gunned down through the smoke. Vex will have their first round on the board. 3 AK-47 saved as well is always going to be important. It's Unique. That CT economy so fragile in the current meta. They're going to be down once again onto SMGs. A couple of M4s able to be picked up, but Zorti, he's on the dig as well. CT economy is such a fragile beast. 5 AK-47s and full utility. It's a completely different story on the T side of things. Pop flash from Femvicious to try and allow Zorti to peek, but the counter flashes from the T side will force him to play passively. Nothing he can really do but fall back and wait and hope that someone wanders into the crosshairs of the Deagle. Vexed again, happy to play passively, bleed out some of that early utility. There's 2 smokes remaining now on the entirety of that CT side with 1:20 left on the clock. Doing a fantastic job of getting rid of some of that early utility. And again, They will now look to explore that A ramp. Link will go up first. Cray just making sure there's no kind of a flank. And it is a fairly heavy A stack here from the CT side as they look to re-aggress and falling off of the sandbags. Adam, careful not to expose his head as Link will find a quick double. Can't quite find the third. As Fen Vicious on one of those two M4s will be able to find a refrag. Takes the dink through the wall as now they look to swing. Trading again 1-for-1. 3v2 Vexed. They're losing men here, but it's still working out. Russ with a quick double on the AK-47 leaves Passionage again in a surely impossible situation. 1v3. James, can you unban the real Weller? He works for Vexed as Passionage... I mean, what can he get done here? You can see his shoulder. It's over. It's going to be a second round on the board for Vexed. James, yeah. Cheers, man. He's memeing on the unique boys. Let's not ban him. Let's not ban him. He's been good to me. Nah, you're fine, James. You had no idea, dude. Don't worry about it. Half buy will come out for Unique. There will be Deagles. There will be AP250. Zorti and Robin, though, will have to resort to the default pistols to try and find something. Robin, aggressive. Gun down in his prime. Cray will take the dink in his stride as he finds the opening pick of the round. Zorti, again, the dinks are there, but it doesn't matter. The firepower advantage a little too much. Link with the adjustment for the double. Two remaining CT players over towards the B-bomb site as Vexed. They now know this is an eco. They're now just going to sit back and wait. Cray will get the next. Passionage hoping for a timing through mid. Polt, the last man, has that P250. The spray down not going to work at all. And it will be a third round for Vexed. Those rifles singing at the moment for the T side of Vexed as they look to just carry on that momentum. Keep that form that we saw on Dust 2 going their way. Unique, again, going to be buying into this one. But again, it's going to be 4 rifles, 1 SMG. Passionage, he picks up a little bit of extra utility, but it's at the sacrifice of his rifle. He has to get an MP9 instead. 2 pot flashes for Link to try and force the peek away. And this time, Vexed actually going to relocate. We haven't seen them try the B-bomb site with rifles. They're going to be up against the MP9 and the 4A1S of Polt. Passionage with the utility in the MP9. Shoulder peeks the early angle. And now looks to fall back. Now looks to take advantage of all that utility that he's brought into this round as Vexed. They're still creeping their way onto this B-bomb site. Mezzi's going to take the peek, and now surely the Molotov comes out. Polt swings with the flashbang and finds the first. His position is no, but he's going to get the second and the third on the spray down. Polt, the one-man army towards B, and a 5v2. Vex, there's no harm in going for this. They've got the economy to sustain it, but Link and Russ, they want to take some of these rifles away from the CT side. The flank very quickly coming in as Fen Vicious gets the next, and Link, last man alive, nothing he can do. A flawless round coming in from the CT side of Unique, saving themselves 3 AK-47s as well. 3 all the scoreline. Vex will have to reinvest. Russ will finally pull out the big green gun to try and make something around number 7. Balancing things out now. Unique do find their third. That B-bomb site hit not working out at all for Vex, and this time they're going to go back to what they know and love. Russ is going to take the AWP towards mid and look for perhaps an opening pick as he makes his way out of the ladder room. Deep nade, just going to chip onto Adam, but nothing too significant. And he's actually going to get aggressive off the back of it. Cray, this swing peek will be crucial. Robin, the timing. Adam just spots the foot as he takes him down. Goes down to 41 HP himself, but Vex will not care at all. The IGL with another opening pick for his team. And the CT side, again, 4v5 for Unique to try and contend with. They're going to go for the retake of mid-control. The Molotov might just force Adam out here, but he's got a smoke, and indeed he's going to extinguish it. Goes down to 30 HP. That follow-up nade should do it, and it will indeed. Fire from the skies as Passionage able to find the refrag. 4-on-4 now. Vex with limited map control to work with. They have bled out a lot of this CT utility. And they are going to again try their luck towards this A-bomb site. It has been where they've had the most consistency. Molly from Link will give away some of the play. As the CT side surely now will know what's up. Molotovs, flashes and nades will rain over the top as Vex look to make this hit a reality. Deep Molly from the CT side should buy them time, however. It's going to be Mezzi to find the opening pick. Link with the second headshot as well. Both of those through the smoke, and nothing they can do as Zorti gets his head removed for good measure. Passionage How many times has he had to retake this A-bomb site? This time it's 4-on-1. There's nothing he can do. Vexed find themselves the lead once more. And you're starting to see why they picked this map up as theirs. They are stomping their way through it. On some fine form indeed. AWP still kept up by Russ. It's not a map that is generally conducive of AWPing, let alone T-side AWPing, but he's going to give it a go nonetheless, as Unique once more will find themselves down on the half-buy with 3 Deegs, a P250 and an MP9. Early nades onto Fenvicious, bringing down to 15 HP. And what can Unique get done here? 40. That's an enthusiastic peek. I can understand a jump peek with a Deagle in the current meta, but a P250, that's not been buffed at all. Robin will swing the angle. We'll find a tag to the chest of Cray, but nothing more, and a 5v3 very early on again. Fenvicious spotted out, tapped away, wallbang headshot from Adam, and it's just about the cleanup crew coming in now for Vex. Don't give away any more rifles than you absolutely have to here, because Polt and Passionage are all that remain in the server for Unique, and all that remain between Vex and a 2-round lead here on map number 2. Of course, carrying over that 1-0 advantage from Dust 2. Needing just to take this map to finish it. Adam, though, going to be taken out by the Deagle. The first rifle of the round lost by the T side. Off the back of that information, they're done with the A-bomb site. They're going to head back around towards B. Link is going to look to potentially hold on to that AK-47, although he may well be pincered from both sides here. Passionage on the flank, and indeed Link, no idea at all. Gunned down by the SMG. Those are 2 AK-47s now that the CT side can look to recover and hold on to, and indeed, that is the play. They're just going to try and keep those alive. Try and keep something to keep in their hands coming into round number 9, because at the moment, again, Vexed, just showing us what they're capable of, and at least with a couple of rifles, there's some kind of a world where they can make this a reality. Bomb, of course, will go off. It will be a 5th round on the board for Vex Gaming. These 2 AKs will form the backbone of the buy for the CT side coming into round number 9. Up in the hands of Russ. He's had a rough start with it. It's not a great map for them, but he's going to look to make it work nonetheless. Spraying through the windows is Robin. No idea why, but there you go. Perhaps letting out some hidden frustration at how this game's been going so far as Vexed settle into a default that has become commonplace at this point. 3 players looking for some information down the ramp. Mezzy going for a cheeky play this time, as he's going to head straight through that smoke. And Passionage does actually have a nade out, as Fenvicious and Zorti, they want to get aggressive. They want to try and take that map control away from the T side, and they have done so. Fenvicious in a fantastic spot here. Very difficult to clear out for the T side. The crossfire's established as well by Unique. Pot Flash buys some time, as now it's going to be on to Fenvicious. How many can he get on this spray now? Zorti gets the first. Link expects it but can't clear it. 5 on 3. Perfect start for the CT side, as Russ forced out by the Molotov as well. Vexed picked apart in the opening engagement, and now got to try and put the pieces back together. Not a lot of map control to work with either. Deep into the guts of Vertigo spawn they are. This is the upper bracket matchup for those wondering in the chat, so there is a lower bracket for the loser to fall to, as Vexed let's put all their eggs in one basket and look for the B hit. Russ sneaking his way up with the AWP, hoping that someone may appear in his crosshairs, and indeed it will be Polt. There's one more player on the site, the Molotov to force him out, and Russ with the scope will get the second. The AWP trying to rotate in is Zorti, but he's only holding for the peek onto the back cat, and that's not going to come through at all. Molotov not going to stop the plant either, as it goes down 3 on 3. Vexed, that's a lovely little nade to chunk away at Cray, but it's still going to have to be Unique on the retake. 1 player in towards mid, 2 making their way through the Jennies. This is all on the timies now. Russ's shoulder is visible there, and he misses the shot as the smoke isolates all 3 of these Vex players. Cray, the only one in the site, and he's going to be cleared out. Surely that frag doesn't go his way, but somehow he finds it, and it's on to the AWPer. Quick double for Zorti. He's on 37 points of health as he taps the defusal. When does Mezzy look to peak? This is all on the timing. It's starting to run out. Zorti with the no-scope. Does he have time? It's going to be tight, but I think he's just clutched this round out, and indeed he has. Unique. They bail themselves out. It was 5 on 3, and it comes down to the 1v1, but it's just about made it happen. It's just about clutched it out for Unique. They find themselves a 4th round on the board. Another person gets banned from the chat. You love to see it. The Russian roster, they're not done with it yet. They don't want to be out of this game just yet. Zorti on that AWP. Both AWPers showing up in a big way. But it's going to be Russ who gets the better of his compatriot, as Zorti a little bit too keen perhaps on that peak after a slightly wobbly round from Vexed in the previous. Russ locking it out to find the early opening, holding the angle as well, waiting for the repeat, as Femvicious, that drop should have given his position away. They should know exactly what he's trying to achieve here, and the nades suggest they do. Kray's going to get timinged on though. Passionage down to 14 HP as he finds the refrag. Vexed once again squandering that early man advantage. The damage is there, but not quite finding the frag. And again, with limited map control, they're going to have to fall off and start to replan this hit. Lovely shot from Link to find Robin, but does he expect the player behind the Tarple? Femvicious gets aggressive, and that's a flick from Russ straight to the head as the 3rd player is lost from Team Unique, and Passionage on 14 HP. It really is all onto Polt here. He's been spotted out. He'll be sprayed down by Link, and a 14 HP M4 is all that remains between Vexed and round number 6. They win one, they lose one, and the cycle continues. It's a vicious cycle for your CT sides, though. It just doesn't work with the CT economy as it is. Again, Vexed find themselves another round on the board. 6-4 the scoreline. Russ really starting to show up on that AWP, leading joint fragger with Link at the moment for his team. That's what you love to see, boys. Pistols will come out for the CT side of Unique. They will try to make something happen. A Deagle for Femvicious is the only significant upgrade, as 4 P250s come out for the remainder of the CT side, and the cheesy angles do come out. Passionage hoping that something comes of a very off angle towards the B-bomb site. Robin aggressive though, the first to fall in mid. And Vex, they've been good at dealing with these ecos so far. They've been very passive. Not taking any unnecessary risks, going as duos, trade fragging where necessary. If they can continue that, they will have the 3-round lead here on their map pick of Vertigo. This map is traditionally somewhat T-sided, although the Krieg nerf will have shifted that meta somewhat. So Vexed will be looking to rack the rounds up here. Zorti swings the peak, sprayed down. Next man on the angle. There's a lot of pistols here, and actually now slightly isolated is the rifle in towards mid. Russ is going to retrieve the bomb on the information that that is some kind of a stack and make his way up towards the B-bomb site. Kray needs to be a little bit cautious not to give away the AK-47, and will manage to find the wallbang onto Polt. The flank will be dismissed of, and Femvicious, I mean, he's got a Deagle, sure, but how much can he get from it? He's going to go on a long flank up rat run. Perhaps hope to catch someone off guard. Will do so. 1 deeg to the head of Mezzy. Leaves Russ a little bit isolated. The AKs will look to swarm though, and Link will be able to catch it before life becomes too complicated. Perhaps we should get Code Patro banned in that chat there, boys, because he's got a lot of accounts, it seems. It's an interesting play to do that in this stream, but sure, my guy, whatever floats your boat, as Unique do get the full buy. Link again leading the way for Vex, stealing that one back from Russ, and 5 rifles. All that Unique can muster. No AWP for Zorti. We've seen how lethal he can be with it, so that is a significant loss for the CT side. Kray looking for the mid control. Robin tight on the angle. Could be in a little bit of trouble. There's Vexed again. Just slowly establishing their map control. Slowly working out what kind of an execute they want to play. The double, triple setup in towards mid. In fact, as Polt does just actually rotate towards the A-bomb site. Aggressive Passionage in towards the B stairs. It's a question of how many can he get here? Pot Flash is going to come in as well. This is going to get difficult for him as the swing peek comes in. Messi fully blinded by that team flash though, and Passionage with an opportunity on the spray down. Gets the first trade, not yet apparent. He's going to find damage, but not the second. Cray taken down in towards mid. That's the second fork of this attack gone. And for Vexed, it may well be this attack squandered. 4 on 3 now. And again, with that lack of map control, what do they do with it? They're looking to line up a little bit of utility in towards the B bomb site. They're looking to send a second player lurking in the form of Adam, but time's starting to run out. 30 seconds left on the clock as they abandon their B bomb site intent entirely, and Adam looks to sneak his way out onto A. He needs to find Femvicious here. He needs to find that headshot, and he will do, tapping away. That opens up the opportunity now as the smoke comes close. That will prevent Robin from stopping the plant. He's looking for a timing though, and he swings, finds the bomb planter. Trade's coming through, but it still favors Unique. 1v2 for the Vexed IGL to try and clutch this one out. Time not on his side either. Taps it. They line up, but they're going to find the frag nonetheless. It's going to be Unique. Getting their 5th on the board and saving themselves an AWP and an M4 as well. Not a bad commitment at all from them. This map really feels like it hangs in the balance now. Vexed, this is their map pick. They do need it if they want to take this 2-0, which I said was their likely win condition. They will still have the full buy, however. Russ will still have his AWP. There will still be rifles for everybody else. Zorti, aggressive again, wants this opening pick. Russ holding for the mid-aggression, but it's not going to come through. So instead, we'll start going for a scope wander in towards mid. Again, a lot of early utility committed. It is fairly essential for CT sides on Vertigo, unfortunately, as that's an interesting nade from Femvicious. Not quite where that was intended to go, I'm sure. Robin shouldering the angle has been spotted out as well by Cray. Russ now holding it, but this is going to be an awkward shot for him to hit. Still finds the leg. Nade is good on the follow-up. That will do some damage, but he's isolated. He's trying to play the headshot angle. It's not going to work. Cray will draw first blood. And Polk not there to find the refrag either. Now Russ may be in trouble though as he looks to swing. He doesn't expect the second player there. He's just going to be sprayed down. Fully blinded. Polk still alive and kicking. And now the support starts to come in. Cray desperate for the refrag, but it's not coming through. The damage is done, but the frag is not found. Zorti, what are you doing, my man? Just not looking the right way at all. 2 angles to hold, and he covers the wrong one. Bomb looking to make its way onto this A-bomb site. Link looks to swing. Trade frag's coming in. The reload is heard, and Link gets the double. Passionage left in the 2-on-1. It's chaotic, but it works out beautifully for Vexed, as the MP9 will look to make its way towards the A-bomb site. Bomb on the back of Mezzi can commit to either bomb site here. And it looks like it's going to commit to B. That is so unfortunate for the MP9. At least he can get a rifle and potentially look to make this retake a reality as the bomb goes down. Vexed looking to dial in round number 8 here. Passionage will get the AWP, and now he's got a really big decision to make. Is this the save? Is he done with this before it even gets started? And it looks like he is indeed. Just going to help himself to that AWP and save it into the next round. It's not a bad call at all. You can understand the logic behind it. Just going to hide behind these sandbags. Again, gives his team a little bit of a backbone to buy around. These back and forth rounds always favour T sides. It always ruins your CT economy, and we're seeing it now. Unique, not in a fantastic position at all. They're really not going to be able to buy coming into this round. The firepower is going to be so limited. Deagle comes out for Robin. Femvicious, Polt, and Passionage follow suit. It is the AWP on Zorti. But what can he get done with it? He really has to be the instigator for his team here. There is nobody else but him with this kind of firepower and this kind of opportunity for his team. Cray could get caught off by this aggressive Deagle and will be indeed the flash a split second too late. That's a rifle available. The Stream Element bot has decided not to play today as Passionage is going to get wallbanged down by Adam. The scoreline is on the left-hand side of your screen, kids. The bot apparently has decided today is not the day. It's not the last map, it's the second map of this best of 3 series as Vex look to finish it 2-0. 4 on 4 as they found the early trades. Pistols can be lethal. Unique, a very talented individual team, as Russ just breaks his legs a little bit. Vex start to make their way in towards this A-bomb site. Femvicious playing the headshot angle. Zorti there to back him up with the AWP as well. Smoke's come over the top, and it is going to be Zorti to find first blood. Femvicious with a second on the Deagle. Surely not Vex. The Molotov will force Unique back, and the auto-director will have an absolute hissy fit off the back of it as the bomb looks to go down. Russ should be able to at least string this plant together, but it's a 4-on-2 to try and hold this bomb site down for Vex. Link aggressive on his positioning. Zorti up on the high ground. The AWP's gone. Now there's 1 AK recovered, 1 AK scavenged, and 2 Deagles to work with. Russ still aggressive on the angle as now the flank starts to come in, and it is the AK on the flank. If they can take this down, it would be huge. Link is looking for it. He's hoping for the timing, and he will find it. Russ gets the second, and it's on to Femvicious. 22 HP, nothing doing. The tech meta is back, ladies and gentlemen. As Vex get a 9-5 scoreline, it's a good half for them, and they are looking to make it 2-0. The scoreline really says it all. Vexed have consistently been stretched to their limits by Unique, but they keep coming out on top, and that's the problem at the moment. They keep making it look worryingly easy. 4 rifles and an SMG are all that stand between them and double digits at the half-time. An optimistic spam through from Zorti, to say the least, but it's not going to happen. Robben tight on the angle, will be hot flash this time and will be taken down. This time, Cray makes it work. Couldn't find it against the Deagle, but the M4 will do it. Unique, very heavy on the A setup, hoping for a timing. Hoping beyond all hope that Vex will hit that A-bomb site, and indeed it looks like that will be the play. Molotov from Link, not going to clear it out, but that's one less angle to check as Mezzy looks to recover the bomb. Look at this setup from the CT side. 2 players cross-firing on the rat run. Just making sure they don't lob Molotovs into each other's. Vex could be caught off guard by this. It's an aggressive setup, and now they're going to start to push. Zorti has a huge opportunity here. They're going to be spotted out, but Adam's going to be taken down. Wallbang from Mezzy will find the refrag. Do they expect the second player there? Surely they do. They know Zorti got the initial frag, so now they should know. They should have all the information they need as they look to swarm. Link with the spray down for 1. Traded immediately. 3-on-2. Bomb lost on sight as Russ finds the refrag, and it's all onto Zorti. Brought down to half HP. 1v2. Only 10 seconds left. He just has to stay alive, but he can't do it. It's 10-5 as we head into the halftime break, and Vexed Gaming in a fantastic position to shut down their opening matchup of MDL Season 33 Relegations 2-0. And what an achievement that would be for them. What a statement it would be as well to go straight into the 2-0s in the upper bracket. Be incredible to say the least. I'm going to have to tab out quickly while I get some bits and pieces ready for later. So bear with me, chat. We will go back into the warm-up. Vexed looking to make it a quick 2-0. Looking to make it something special against Unique, who, quite frankly, haven't put up much resistance. They've been close so many times on their CT side, but it's just not working. Vexed are just looking a little bit too strong for their opponents here. Mezzy just showing off with the Deagle at this point, isn't he? Finding headshots for days as we wait for the second half to get underway. And as always, this is sellout time for me, boys. So if you have enjoyed the stream, follow button up the top. Twitter's down below. I do stream an awful lot of CS. I'm casting for the Newell tomorrow. I'm casting more Relegation on Wednesday. Unfortunately, I'm done after this game tonight because food is something that I require. But Vex looking to shut it down in stellar fashion. Looking to make it a nice, quick 2-0 here. Get themselves off to a storming start in the upper bracket of MDL Season 33 Relegations. Here we go then. Second half about to get underway. As the clock ticks down. Passionage, Molotov, 2 flashbangs. Messi with a couple of flashbangs behind that defuse kit as well. And it looks like Unique want to target the B bomb site early on. Vexed. They've got aggressive towards A. They're going to get the information that there's nobody here, but that's going to leave the B bomb site very vulnerable. And Cray, how much can he get done is the real question here. Tapping away, finds some damage on the first, but yet to find a frag. Now the one tap comes in, and he's still alive on the back of the site. He's still making life awkward. Cray gets the second before he's traded, and now the reinforcements swarm. 3 on 2. They spot the jumping player on the cross, and the last man alive is nowhere to be found. He's in towards mid. As the 3v1 is required, Russ reads it beautifully and finds the fadeaway headshot as well. 11-5 the scoreline. Vexed, 5 rounds away now. 5 more rounds required to finish the job, to make it 2-0, and to find themselves the victory. 4 MP9s looking to farm themselves all the cash they can as Unique. They do go for the force, despite not getting that bomb down. There's 3 Deagles, a Mac 10 for Polt, P250 for Robin. Nice early nade, chunks away at Passionage as he goes down to 64. And Vex get aggressive again, taking that early A ramp control. Passionage, he's looking for the timing with the Deagle. Should have been spotted out by Cray, who wisely decides that that's not the peak he fancies taking and will just fall back instead. MP9s trying to play up close and personal. Will actually be traded initially. Russ is there to find the refrag, however, and the damage is done surely as Cray gets another over towards the B-bomb site. A 4 on 3 for these remaining players, and Polt brought down to 25 HP by the MP9s. Russ on that 1M4, able to find the refrag and reading this play beautifully as well as he looks to support Mezzy, excuse me, with the mid crossfire. Jumping over, the spray down will be good for 1. Traded immediately by Femvicious, who wants to get his hands on that M4 somewhat desperately and will manage to do so as well. So, Unique, they're upgrading their firepower quite substantially here, although that's awkward. Adam's going to get himself the bomb. Polt, no idea at all about the A aggression, and the last man alive, Femvicious, he has the M4, but not that it's going to matter. Mezzy will clean things up and even recover his teammate's rifle for his troubles. 12-5 the scoreline. Again, the force buy does not work whatsoever for Unique. And again, they find themselves in this situation where they are significantly down. They have no kind of buy whatsoever, and I'd love to see a timeout for them when they've got this sort of situation. They're going to go for Deagles, try and get some damage out of this round. I understand it, but take the timeout. Give yourselves a little bit of a mental reset. They're going to go fast towards the A ramp early on as the counter control is going to come through from the CT side. Spam not going to connect. Now it will. Damage done. Zorti on 17 points of health. The nade through to finish it. And that's the perfect start again for the CT side. Passionage brought down low and finished off, in fact, by Link with the wallbang. These rifles just taking advantage of the range at this point. The MP9's desperate to get in on the party as Adam, they've spotted the bomb out as well now. There's no need for them to really do anything but just mow them down, and that's exactly what they're doing. Polt able to find 1 frag, but it's only the MP9. Femvicious looking for the second, and will actually find it before he's traded out by Cray, so they get something going. Something going at 13-5, but man, oh man, life is not good if you are a fan of Team Unique. Vexed on top form here. 13-5 the scoreline. I'm trying to find some sort of a silver lining. I'm trying to find something for these Unique fans to believe in, as Zorti does at least get himself the AWP. It is a weapon he's incredibly strong on, but Vex, look at this confidence to take the initial peak and to win the initial duel as well. Link perhaps a little bit too aggressive. Oh, this is all on the timing. Russ's head is exposed, so Zorti will be able to find 1 back. Bring us into the 4-on-4 with Adam tagged up as well. It marginally favours Unique. They do have the firepower advantage given that Cray is on the MP9 over towards that B-bomb site. Passionage trying to clear for the flank. But Unique again left a little stranded by the lack of map control. Adam looking to line up the utility. It's a strong setup for the CT side here. Link Needs to find this frag though. He spots out Pulp, but the timing is not quite there. The Molotov to go deep, force him into the angle. Link spots him on the aggression as well. The HE to follow up. Nice damage done. Beautiful pop flash, but Pulp fully blind will find the frag nonetheless. Now 3v4. Now Vexed find themselves at a man disadvantage. It's in the question of what they can find. How much can they get? Can they make this retake viable? Adam doesn't expect the off angle. He's taken down by Passionage, and Cray and Mezzy left to salvage what they can from this situation. Unique looking like they will almost inevitably have a sixth as Zorti gets the spray down, and Cray, he's only got an MP9 to work with as he goes for a very long flank indeed. Might get a timing. Will indeed be able to take down the AWP, but there's 3 more frags left on the table for him, and I guess if he keeps these players vaguely near the bomb, he might find a couple of exits. That's really the only silver lining I can find as Femvicious finishes the job, and Unique, they will get a 6th round on the board. They are not done yet. At least that can be said of them. Vexed. Gonna go for the force buy. That's a big call given the circumstances. Adam on the Julies. Russ on 1500 with the CZ. A K left for Link as he picks up the UMP, but it's not a great buy. That's a huge nade from Cray. That timing utterly insane as Adam with the Julies will find the openings. 40. Oh man, that flashbang pitch perfect. Although Pulp will be able to find one in response and the second before the trade. This flank, how has he got there all the way through mid? Robin gets the double. And Cray, poor Cray. It's just all falling apart. There was no mid-hold there for the CET side. They were just hoping that Unique didn't take that angle, and as they did, they were decimated. Force buy does not work out. Cray will be taken down by Femvicious to finish the job. And the UKCS force buy isn't as successful as Vex perhaps would have hoped. They've got 6 rounds though. The buffer is still there. And 3 stand between them and victory on map number 2. Them and the 2-0. Them, and it will be endpoint. Them and the UKCS matchup in the upper bracket 2nd round, which unfortunately I can't bring to you, but there are plenty of other casters who will be doing just that. Just a B250 and a CZ invested coming into this one. Looking for the aggressive crossfires. Russ close on the P250 will be flashed, but holding the off angle. He's waiting there, but he's been spotted out as well. That's a nice clean up from Femvicious. That's nice from Unique. Finally starting to show their true colours somewhat as they find a quick double to open things up. The eco not working out, and that's an awkward Molotov again, blocking their own mollies, but Link tanking 3 HP's worth of damage from that HE. But Unique, they're being cautious. It's understandable. It's the right play. And as Femvicious gets his 3rd of the round, farming those eco frags, taking out Adam, Cray and Link. If they can get even 1 here, that would be fantastic. But Femvicious is on for the ace. He's got 4 to his name now. And Cray. How many times have I said Cray's name in impossible retakes? This one feeling even more impossible than the last. A default pistol as he rounds the corner. The ace will not be, but the eco is dispatched of by Unique. Now just 5 rounds behind as Vexed will have the buy. And they will go for the AWP onto Russ as well. For the people in the chat who are saying my casting's bad, if you've got constructive criticism, please throw it out there. If you haven't, just shut up, innit? AKs across the board for Unique and full utility to back them up as well. Russ picks up the big green gun, but no utility there for him to back it up with, so he's going to have to go aggressive, and he's going to time it beautifully. Pulp just caught in the corners between the smokes. An opening pick works out for Vex. They find themselves the early man advantage, and they have not been fond of letting these go. 2-man setup for Unique. Oh, that nade. Oh, that's huge. That does so much damage. Femvicious down to 13 points of health. That timing was huge. Zorti at least able to find the frag, but Russ is there for the trade once again. Resets himself on the angle and actually gets caught by Femvicious. Those 13 points of health, enough for him to find the refrag and bring it into the 3-on-3. CT side spread across the map now as well, so opportunities for Unique to potentially scramble something out of this one. Bomb makes its way down towards the B bomb site. Cray hasn't been tested here in a long time. And Vicious not going to be punished by the HE, and Cray actually going to rotate off here. It's going to be a retake required on this B bomb site as Cray is all the way back in spawn trying to hold mid. And there's no idea what's about to go down onto B. The one saving grace here for Vexed is that Femvicious is 13 HP. He'll be cleaned up, and now surely they must know this is a B-site hit. The information is there as the plant goes down, and Vexed, it will require a 3-on-2. It will require the retake for the UK roster to get round number 14. Passionoj pushing towards the Jennies, clearing for the information. Vexed relatively spread across the map. One on the long flank, one in towards mid. One looking to make his way through from CT spawn. Cray clears his way onto the bomb site. Robin with the first, not the second though, as Mezzy trades, and Robin can't find the spray down. Mezzy with the double. The bomb will be defused, and Vexed, they will have round number 14. 2 more required. The UK boys not fans of throwing, it seems, as they get their 14th on the board. 2 more rounds to find the 2-0 and face off against Endpoint in the upper bracket second round. What a game that would be. What a storyline that would be for the UK boys. So far, Endpoint have won their opening upper bracket matchup. Vexed are looking to emulate success with success. Full buy will still be available for Unique, but it's starting to feel like the last roll of the dice, and they keep landing on Snake Eyes. There he goes across the board to try and make something happen. Default setup for the T side. 3 players taking the early ramp control. Passionoj, again, just hoping for a timing onto Cray, and he might well get it here. Cray's thinking about challenging that angle. Will just back off at the perfect time. Deep nade. Nothing really doing. 1 point of health. Nothing too concerning as the CT side fancy some aggression, and Russ will get the opening pick. Zorti, one of those star players for Unique, taken down very early on. Pop flash from the CT side to get even more map control, and now they just back away. They know utility will have to be used if Unique want to retake towards the A bomb site, so happy just to fall off with the man advantage. Is that Mezzy's dad talking mad shit in my Twitch chat? I love it. 5-on-4. Vexed really showing us what they can do here. Unique have managed to get a little bit of mid control. Trying to find some kind of silver lining in this, as Russ perhaps a little bit too aggressive on the M4. Spots out Femvicious though on the jump peak, and then immediately falls back. Unique, they need to start winning some of their aim duels at some point. This is not working out for them at the moment. Hot flash and Link spotted out. But Vexed, they just hold their angles. They just wait. Nobody clears the sandbags. Russ with the trigger discipline. This is an easy double kill. He's going to get the first spray transfer. Not quite there, though, as Robin gets one back, and actually Polk going to find another. That's the plant, but now he's on his own. 1v3, and Adam has heard him trying to get this bomb down. He's pushing the site. He's buying his teammates some time for the rotation as well. Spray down good for 1, but nothing more. Vexed will have their map point. They will have their series point at 15-8. 1 more round required for the UK boys to finish the job. 1 more round required. It's been one hell of a stomp. And Vexed are looking to seal the deal here. Orp on Zorti. AKs for the team. Link does have to drop down onto the FAMAS. That CT economy is still not fantastic as Passionoj tanks the early grenade. Unique trying to get some kind of a setup going towards B, but Passionoj straight through the smoke. That's an easy opening pick. Zorti and Polt actually find the trades, and off the back of it, they find the man advantage. Mezzy looking over the top of that smoke, gets the spray, but not the frag, and this is all on the timing now. So many frags on the table, but Adam can only find 1. 3-on-2, the damage has been done at least. But Vexed, they're not out of the woods yet. They're a man down. The B bomb site hit feels like an inevitability, and Mezzy with a lot of weight on his shoulders here. The support rotation is not coming. Link is a long way away in towards mid, and as Mezzy goes down, Link with it all to do. Tapping away finds the first, but he's brought down to 48 HP. Now requiring the 1v2. The nade timing just ever so slightly off as the plant comes in. Zorti behind the first Jennies will get it. Link, he wants to give this one a go, but Zorti on the AWP is going to make his life very, very difficult. Aggressive on the angle. Link hoping that perhaps he'd overstay his welcome there. Pop flash comes out as he dives around the corner, and Link actually with the timing will find the first. Not quite the second, however. 15-9. 6 more rounds required on the trot for Team Unique. If they want to keep themselves in this matchup, it feels increasingly unlikely. But perhaps there's a world where they can make it happen. Maybe, just maybe, it is a possibility. Mezzi, the only player to upgrade coming into this one. Unique, almost inevitably going to get double digits at this point, but Vexed happy to let it happen. They know that they want to try and get the full buys out wherever possible. Just setting up the crossfires. Is he actually going to find the opening pick as well to take out Femvicious? Make it a 5-on-4. Second frag going to be traded, though, by Robin. Damage being done by these pistols, but they're just not quite finding the frags as expected against the rifles, realistically. And as Robin finds another, it really is starting to fall apart. Understandable, given how little Vexed invested. More dinks coming through, but again, the frag's just not quite there. Robin on 1 HP, Passionage on 7. It's unfortunate for Vex, but they won't mind it at all. They'll be aware that they've done the damage, and that's what's important. Russ hoped for the timing as another player is brought down low, but he can't quite make it happen. It's 15-10, despite the damage done, and Vex actually not looking like they're going to invest here. Instead, perhaps going to look for the half buy. Eagles, CZs, an MP9. Early rush down the A ramp, looking to come in. Russ taking the early tags of the AK. The support here as well. Flashbang's good. And it's actually Adam to get a double kill over towards middle on the MP9. Somehow Vexed have found themselves the man advantage. Somehow they're 4-on-3. Polt very rapidly looking to correct that, though. Brings us back, and Mezzi on the CZ. Under pressure now. Gets one before he's traded out. At least makes this a possibility as Adam just toys with the minds of Unique. The flank coming in as well from Rust. The crossfires are good, and Vexed 2v1. Somehow this half buy is working out. Man, oh man, this map's meant to be T-sided, boys. Zorti needs to find himself a 2-on-1. The bomb will go down on the B bomb site. Perhaps he can clutch this one out. Perhaps he can find this round. Both players from Vex looking to make their way through the window. Boosting up, in fact, to hope they can find a pick. Zorti, meanwhile, has just escaped out towards T-spawn. Now he's got to clear his way back onto the site. This is all on the timing now. Pop Flash comes out. He looks for the spray down. Spots the first player on the cross. That flash did nothing. They need to double peek. Adam will find it. He's not got a kit, but he doesn't need it. The round is Vexed. And they will have the victory. They will have the 16-10. And they will have the 2-0. They will face Endpoint in their next matchup